How you guys doing today? This is Hero None here. Going to be doing Volenfell, one of the last dungeons in the DC territory, right off the Alkir Desert. It's an interesting dungeon, has a bit of Dwemer to it, as well as a bit of mercenaries to it as well. Not a long dungeon, not a hard dungeon. Only a few one-shot mechanics toward the end, and pretty fun. A little dangerous for vampires, but we'll get through that. Alright guys, let's get going. Lion time. This is more of a mini-boss than an actual boss. All he's here to do is really to show you, like, to give you some extra gear and show you a little bit about the fear mechanic that you're going to have later on. There we go.
That fear, though.
And I was an idiot and didn't use my stamina.
What does Warhorn do to be exact? I've never really looked at it.
It gives you minor berserk. Gives you minor berserk. Gives all your stats an extra 10%. And since your stats also affect your damage, it gives you that type of boost. You can just read it here. 1 minute. So Siren Warhorn gives you 10% minor toughness. 10% to your magicka stamina, minor toughness so you can take more damage, increases your max health by 10% as well, major force to increase your critical damage by 15% for 9.5 seconds. So an interesting question there. Like I said, this guy's not that much of a big deal. You can just kill him, move on. Treasure hunter time.
Oh, I have the unique staff from this guy.
Quintus Varus.
I'll have to do this myself.
Oops, two of us hit it at the same time. The other important thing with that, though, is the every time you do ultimate as a DK, you're getting your stats back too.
Oh yeah. Probably should have saved that for the second phase.
Yeah, typically as a tank, you have one rescue and one thing to buff the group up.
You're tougher than I thought. Let's see how
Okay, so that first half of the fight doesn't really do anything here.
Cower before the rod of Cravard.
Now things get a little bit more serious here. He starts putting out fire, putting out these fire demons as well. Note that you can't break free of that. It does do a lot of damage. And if you're a vampire, the AoE here will hurt. Get out of the red. Move yourself out of the way so if you get feared, you move away from the fire. See?
I decided to try a monster set on this team.
I need you to wake and smash this rabble to pieces.
And now he gets his just desserts. And now for the actual boss. This is a little confusing fight here because you fight like basically two bosses at once but only get one reward. Stay out of that pound zone that will kill people. Don't even try blocking through it. Face him away from people. That stone breath will stun.
Sleep like a baby. Sleep like a rock, and rocks do sleep.
A good way to keep you up would be having rumble controls for this.
Yeah.
Every he pounds the ground there, he shakes out of your hand. So as long as you stay out of the red, you're good. Keep yourself close to him so you can move out of the AoE if it comes up, and move away as soon as you start ground pounding. Oil bites. Move on. This is what's gonna make it hard for some vampires. But just keep an eye on the ground here. You should be okay. Get yourself away when the red comes out.
My bad.
Did in red, didn't you?
I didn't move back fast enough.
I got you, Glitter.
See that damage? See how much that hurts? It ticks up every time it goes. Roll back though, and you can roll back and then do a few steps. You should be fine though. He will teleport randomly around the room and then do his thing. That's his fight, basically. Just make sure you stay out of the red. It's real easy to get stuck into it. Okay, now for the mini boss, it teaches you not to be friends with anyone. Does a nice little AoE, then he comes back. I'll put an unstable charge on one player. That's actually not going to do it this time. Yeah, so that right there. And the more people that are in it, the more people take damage. So this is basically a just spread out type of fight here. As you can see there. Stay spread out, you'd be fine in this one. Namesake of the dungeon, tremor scale. Let's get a screenshot of you. Who's a cutie? Who's a cutie? You're a cutie. Yes, you
my
are.
first complete set. Mighty Shooting was my first shoulder piece ever. My first monster.
This guy doesn't have a whole lot. He does have that tail swipe if you want to face people away, but this is his big thing. Coming up like a beached whale, stunning people. Just keep yourself moved away from him. He'll run at one random person, but it won't be that big of a deal. Can't dodge it, you can't block it.
Dead.
He dies pretty easily.
Who,
And now we have to move on to the last boss of the dungeon. So we have 3 guardians here. You guys are going to have to run away from the strength one, deal with the spark one by staying out the AoE, and I'm going to have to take the guardian's soul, which is the slice and dice one that would kill one-shot most people.
If you pull everything all the way to the back, the blue ones, AoEs can't reach us.
Yep.
Which one do you want us to focus, the healer?
You guys choose. Typically, you just go for whatever and then just let them try getting AoE done because they do this here. Good AoE helps the most on this, I feel, more than the.
What color do I attack?
Yellow.
Yellow?
They keep on equalizing, so
He keeps healing him.
yeah. One will get down more than the other. The good thing here is if you AoE them, you damage all 3 at once.
Fight this guy away from you guys.
Now, the big thing with this guy is this AoE here. You see it's 5,000 damage. just takes a lot of health. That red one just ignores any type of taunt. Still important to get a, still important to get something on him. Want to move out of this red here. I'm actually not doing Warhorn here because this is painful. That one's down. Actually responds to taunt now there. Okay, it's on me. And we have some dead guardians. Yay. And Guardian Eye here if you're new to the quest.
They were just... Oh, I forgot to do the quest. Oh well.
So that is Volenfell, guys. Not that hard. Last one can be kind of tricky. Definitely want to do standard tanking with that last boss because the yellow one will hurt a ton. Red one, you don't have to worry about too much. You just run around the dungeon. And blue one, now just stay out of the thing there. You can also go all the way back to try cheesing the boss. But if you do that, well, they may eventually patch it. So just do it regular.
I gotta go.